Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rahma Azalia. My last number digit is 034. I will read about Sherlock Holmes stories. The Adventure of the Devil's Foot. In recording from time to time some of the curious experiences and interesting recollections which I associate with my long and intimate friendship with Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I have continually been faced by difficulties caused by his own aversion to publicity. To his sombre and cynical spirit, all popular applause was always abhorrent, and nothing amused him more at the end of a successful case than to hand over the actual exposure to some orthodox official, and to listen with a smoking smile to the general chorus of misplaced congratulation. It was indeed this attitude upon the part of my friend, and certainly not any lack of interesting material, which has caused me of late years to lay very few of my records before the public. My participation in some of his adventures was always a privilege which entailed discretion and reticence upon me. It was then with considerable surprise that I received a telegram from Holmes last Thursday. He has never been known to write where a telegram would serve in the following terms: "Why not tell them of the cornice horror, strangest case I have handled?" I have no idea what backward sweep of memory he had brought the matter fresh to his mind, or what freak had caused him to decide that I should recount it, but I hastened, before another cancelling telegram may arrive, to hand out the notes which give me the exact details of the case and to lay the narrative before my readers. It was then in the spring of the year 1897 that Holmes' iron constitution showed some symptoms of giving way in the face of constant hard work of a most exacting kind, aggravated, perhaps by occasional indiscretions of his own. In March of the year, Dr. Moore, a guard of Harley Street, whose dramatic introduction to Holmes I may some day recount, gave positive injunctions that the famous prefect again lay aside all his case and surrender himself to complete rest if he wished to avert an absolute breakdown. The state of his health was not a matter in which he himself took the faintest interest, for his mental detachment was absolute, but he was induced, alas, on the threat of being permanently disqualified from work, to give himself a complete change of scene and air. Thus it was then in the early spring of that year we found ourselves together in a small cottage near Poldu Bay, at the farther extremity of the Cornish Peninsula. It was a singular spot, and one peculiarly well suited to the grim humor of my patient. From the windows of our little whitewashed house, which stood high upon a grassy heathland, we looked down upon the whole sinister semicircle of Mons Bay, that old death trap of sailing vessels, which is fringe of black cliffs and sugar-swept reefs on which innumerable seamen have met their end. With a northerly breeze it lies placid and sheltered, inviting the storm tossed craft to take into its forest and protection. Then comes the sudden shrill run of the wind, the blustering gale from the southwest, the dragging anchor, the lee shore, and the last battle in the screaming breakers. The wise mariner stands far out from the evil place. On the land side, our surroundings were as sombre as on the sea. It was a country of rolling moors, lonely and dun-colored, with an occasional church tower to mark the site of some old world village. In every direction upon the moors there were traces of some vanished race which had passed utterly away, and left as its sole record strange monuments of stone, irregular mounds, which contained the burned ashes of the dead, and curious artwork which hinted at prehistoric strife. Maybe that's all I can read. Thanks very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.